Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Talking or using your device during the film is distracting. Don't ruin the movie.
Who's a ghost? Who are we gonna call? Who are we gonna call? Ghostbusters! What's going on, YouTube? It's NC, the place to be. Chill, join me, the anime hero, Swag on Zero, with our new segment, Retro Movie Experience. Yes, where we go back through time to the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and we review some classic films for you. And since the new 2016 reboot of Ghostbusters just hit this past Friday, we decided to go back and give you our first review for the movie experience, Ghostbusters from 1984. First of all, for people who don't know, let's take a trip back to the 80s. That's you know, the 80s, all the great things happened in the 80s. You know, it was Prince with Purple Rain, Michael Jackson and Thriller debuted in the moonwalk. Michael Jordan was just about to take over the NBA. Jerry curls were hot. Perms and Jerry curls.
1, 2, 3. Just let your soul go. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul, baby.
Let's not go back to that. We can keep that in the past. Big hairstyles and leg warmers, all things. But in 1984, Dan Aykroyd and Howard Ramis decided to write a story which is based off the original series called Ghostbusters that actually came out in 1975.
We're the Ghostbusters. I'm Spencer. He's Tracy. I'm Kong. We're the Ghostbusters. We're clever, courageous.
You don't want to see that version of Ghostbusters.
No.
You really don't. But don't worry, it had to go through some legal things, but they finally got the name over to Ghostbusters, and now in 1984 we get Ghostbusters. Exactly. Starring Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Howard Ramis, and Ernie Hudson, Rick Moranis, and Sojourner Weaver. Now this movie is based on these three scientists who are trying to study the paranormal. And then when the university thought that their idea was bad, they get fired. They start their own company called the Ghostbusters. And yes, later on in the movie, we get Ernie Hudson as the additional help, and these four go on and save New York City from the evil ghost Gowser, who comes and tries to rewake all the spirits of New York City, along with one of them, Zoom. So, overall, real quick, give me your thoughts of the original Ghostbusters movie.
Timeless.
Boy, a lot of things back then are. And a lot of things are trash too.
We're not going to mention the second one.
Never happened.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
The first one was really good. The special effects were really beautiful, like the ghost, like Slimer and all that.
Before its time, Slimer actually scared me.
it was.
Stay Puft actually scared me as well. But continue.
I mean, the story was pretty fun. Really easy to catch on to. Really short and simple. Other than that, it was Ghostbusters.
Well, like I said, I am more of the nostalgic movie guy. I love old movies, and this is the reason why this segment was created. First of all, I agree with Ghostbusters is timeless. Ghostbusters is a movie that even I didn't really want to touch, but after seeing the 2016 remake, I'm actually pretty enjoyed with it. I'm actually, when it comes to certain characters, but yeah, I'll hold off until that. Like I said, I enjoy special effects. I enjoyed, the puppetry, because, today everything is just CGI. Back then, it was more puppets, with Jim Henson and all that, and it was more, they were testing the special effects thing, or as they would call it now, all CGI stuff now. But the way they make Stay Puft look and everything, we're hitting the 80s, we're out the 70s, we're out the Christopher Reeve era, so now we're actually getting some hardcore type of effects, and it's a comedy. Ghostbusters, far none, for people who need to remember, is a comedy. Rick Moranis as the creep next door, yes, it works for me. Bill Murray was at his prime in the 80s.
He was.
And so was
everywhere.
He was everywhere in the 80s. Scrooge, Groundhog Day, and of course Dan Aykroyd was coming off the success of the Blues Brothers. So these guys were in their prime. And now, one of the things I did not like about the movie is that Ernie Hudson was just there. You had these three guys who had chemistry, who were scientists. They all had basically a dream of what they want to do. Ernie Hudson just came in there for, as he said,
saw it on higher sign.
exactly, I want a paycheck. And I guess he tried to bring some character depth into him when, you know, he's a religious guy clashing with the science guys. It doesn't work that way. You know how they clash all throughout today. But I don't know, even while watching the Ghostbusters, even Ghostbusters 2, he always, to me, just felt there. He didn't feel like he was part of the group. That's why I do like, in the 2016 group, that Leslie Jones fit
Peggy or
Patty. She felt all within tune of the actual Ghostbusters. You know, they felt like a sister, or they felt like a family more so than the original one. But however, you can't stop the original one. You can't stop the greatness of it. I can watch this thing 50, 100 times. I've seen it when it comes on HBO. I stop and watch. I've really turned past it.
I feel like everyone does.
Exactly.
Whenever that comes on, you just stop and just enjoy it.
Exactly. You know, I did enjoy the villain Gowser in this one. It was more the big bad that they had to go stop in New York City. It was the same. If y'all have not seen the original Ghostbusters, and y'all more of the younger generation from, like, you know, in early teenage years, you can go watch 2016. It's the same.
Same story.
It's really the same thing. And actually, with the younger generation, they actually may like the new Ghostbusters more than the old Ghostbusters. But like I said, I came from that era, so I really enjoyed the Ghostbusters. So your final grade of Ghostbusters, what would you give it?
B.
B? And I will give it an A, because Ghostbusters is one. If I especially go back to movies of the 80s, I would have to go back to that. And look, hey, Eddie Murphy was originally supposed to play Professor Parts. Well, it wouldn't fit him because he's a
Eddie
background
Murphy
character.
has to have the front.
He has that in front. It would have been better if he started out with them, then, you know, would have. But, you know, Eddie Murphy in the 80s, he really didn't need Ghostbusters at that time.
No, he had it all.
Exactly.
Those are jumpsuits. Love that jumpsuits.
Eddie Murphy, wrong. But post down in the comments below, guys, if you guys enjoyed the original Ghostbusters, and what would you grade the original Ghostbusters? Like I said, we both enjoyed the movie, and with the retro movie experience, we will be bringing you more retro movies, especially, you know, around the times with these newer reboots that's getting hot. And we can do that, or we give us a request of some retro movies from the 70s, 80s, or the 90s that you guys would like us to watch. So post down in the comments below, and make sure you check out our Ultimate Showdown, which is Disney versus DreamWorks, the winner from Disney to being The Incredibles, winner from DreamWorks being Shrek. So post down in the comments below, what is your vote? And once again, this is SC, the place to be. Show me Staying D and the anime hero. Swag on zero, and we'll see you next time.
Saying bye. Just saying bye. Can I say bye?
Do you say bye?
Yeah.
Say bye.
Bye.